Hello guys, I'm over the other side of the road now. Let me do the time again. Dum ba dum bum bum. Okay, 7:28, and I'm in Kenilworth. I've come up by where the castle is. Really, I wanted to bring Gabby and see if it was the castle or if it was the shooting, and I actually think it was the shooting. Of course, it was the season for shooting game birds, and they do a lot of it up here. You know, Kenilworth has got its own kind of a status, if you like. It's one of those gentrified places. But I love being here. I have a real affinity to this place. And I used to work here as well. A long, long time ago. So, yes. As you can see, the castle is over there. I have no idea where this path leads. I've parked in a totally different place to where I would normally park. And I'm coming along a totally different path as well. Anyway, before the break, I was talking about words and preparation. I mean, everything really is lessons and preparation. There are no coincidences. And that has been known for such a long time, and way before Cuckoo Panda. I think I'm going to go this way. Come on, girls. So, and I think if we look at things that way, we don't fall into that victim mode. Because I don't believe there's any such thing as a victim. People are making choices. They are deciding to stay or go. I know in some really extreme cases, you may say that the person has no choice. Like if people are locked up in a prison, or indeed locked up in some of the space against their will. But in the main, people are not locked up by physical restraints. They're locked up by their own emotional and mental constraints and restraints. And if we're a victim of anything, is a victim of ourselves. And you know, we do go and we do tell our tale of victimisation, and because we've been brought up in a world where we're all a victim of something. You know, I mean, you just have to listen to adverts. Are you a victim of? You know, whatever it might be. They can give you 1,000,001 things you can be a victim of. Lawyers for us, or I don't know, lawyers for you, or whatever it's called. I don't know. And they love victims, absolutely love victims, because they make money out of it. But even sort of times in the past when I would have been considered a victim, and I probably would have worn the badge with pride. You know, I'm a victim. It served absolutely no purpose. No purpose whatsoever. No. As for the sticks and stones things, Christine and Anne, I have told you about these two before. Hello, butterfly. Christine Wakelin and Anne Wanklin. Yes, they're their real names. And girls, if you get to watch these, I don't want you to feel bad about what you did, because you actually made me really strong. Yes, you did. Well, you didn't make me anything. I did it all by myself. But the thing is, like, the water's flowing, so I'm okay with that. The thing is that when I moved from Liverpool, you have to remember that I had 3 brothers. Come on, honey, good girl. 2 older and 1 who was directly the next child after me. So I have these brothers, and I'm one of 6 children, and it is expensive, very expensive, to buy clothes and all the rest of it. And I'm quite a small person. I was one of the shortest in the year. Little. And I didn't have many girly clothes. You know, I used to basically have my brother's stuff, really. Now you can see where we are. Yes, I did. And I didn't have many dresses, which was okay with me because I used to be running around a lot, playing games. Oh, look, they must be doing something amazing today. You know, maybe jousting. There's the castle, all getting reconstructed, refurbished. Yeah, so I didn't have those kind of delights, and I didn't really bother about them. Anyway, my mum being a midwife and my father being a lecturer at college were welcomed into the community by the adults, but the children have other ways of doing things, and they were actually really quite cruel, but like I say, for me, in a good way, it was going to prepare me for later. But anyway, one of the things that happened was Christine was the she was tall. She kind of was, well, a ringleader, I suppose. And she always had beautiful clothes. Always had beautiful clothes. Up to date and modern. And she was one of this new breed of family, which was, if the parents were incredibly lucky, 1 girl, 1 boy, and a dog. And one day, my mum, I came home from school. This is when I've only just got there. I'm 8 years old, maybe something like that. And my mum said to me, I came home, "Oh, Rosemary, I've got something wonderful to show you." And she brought out this big bag, and it was full of clothes, and there was something familiar about these clothes. And I realised what it was. They were Christine Wakeland's. But because she was taller than me and bigger than me, she had outgrown them, and her mum, who was a very kind lady, thought they might fit me. So it was, well, thank you. I will try them on, and I must admit, when I put them on, I did feel so good. I really, you know, I felt like I was one of those cut-out dressing dolls who had won the cutting out dressing dolls clothing lottery. I'd got all of these dresses, and they were so lovely. So clean. Oh, beautiful. And anyway, Christine saw me in the street, and she came up and said, Rose, I want to speak to you. I says, okay, what is it? She says, did you get my clothes? And I said, yeah, I did. So she says, well, look, we don't want anyone to think that they were mine. So what I'm going to do is, when we're at school today, I'm going to say to you, oh, Rose, your dresses are lovely. Your dress is lovely. Where did you get it? And you just say, oh, my mum bought it for me. Or something like that. I mean, I should have known I was being set up. But the thing was, at that age, I really did trust people. Seriously. And so that was the plan. Anyway, I wore one of these to school. A lovely one. It was grey. It had a pleated skirt that kind of started just beneath your bum, down to your knees, and the rest of it was straight, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And it had bright red piping on it to accentuate the shape. So, bum, 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 bum. So anyway, I go to school, and Christine approaches me with what seemed like half of the playground, and she's going, oh, hello, Rose. I said, hello, Christine. So she says, that's a nice dress. And she'd got like her entourage, who had all stopped with her and now was spreading round. So I was almost encircled. And I said, thank you. She says, where did you get that? So I thought, here we go, this is the plan. Acceptance for me at last. And I said, oh, my mum got them for me. And she went, you liar, you dirty liar, they're out of my Ragbag. Yeah, and so then I got called, you know, kind of the chant going round was, Rose is a Ragbag, Rose is a Ragbag, Ragbag. Yeah, I hated those dresses after that. Whenever my mum wanted to put one on me, no matter how beautiful I thought they were, I didn't want to wear the fucking things. No, no, no. But I mean, all of that prepared me for later in life, you know. Because you have to swallow it down. You just have to, well, you could stand there and scream or lunge at her, attack her. Probably what she wanted me to do. But you know, when I look back now, I actually see myself as really victorious, really valiant, because I learnt so much. And what I did understand was that if either was the victim, it wasn't me, it was Christine. We've got this in our garden. I think it's called mallow. Yes, it was Christine and not me. And believe me, some of the taunts and everything that they did and the way that they made me feel, it was good, because seriously, in later times I was going to need all my strength, and I had got to a place in my mind where, I mean, a later thing that happened was I had a whole group of people forming around me, this whole group of people in a circle, and the ringleader, I think it was a girl called Lynn, she slapped me across the face, and I remember it stinging, but it didn't actually really hurt. And then she hit me again, the other side, and my head kind of spun. But again, it was a stinging, but it didn't really hurt. And I said to her, if you hit me one more time, I'll kill you. And she raised her hand to do it. And I don't know what the look must have been in my eyes or my face or whatever. But then she just kind of says, yeah, scum, you're not even worth it. And stopped. And I needed that as well. So that I had my strength from all the lessons I'd learnt. Right, I'm going to go. Because, look at that. I think they're going to have a contest. And look at the sky. Isn't it crap? And I bet you this castle was full of people who weren't really victims at all. The real victims are the ones who have to have the armies, the fortresses, the status, the money and the power. They're the real victims, not you or me. Right, so keep looking up. Maybe you can find a blue sky where you are. Today, they've just been chemtrailing all morning, seriously. And, you know, if I sat here, I might be able to get and see what they're doing. Maybe it's some TV drama. Kenilworth is used a lot for that. Right, time to go. So my feet are clean but very dusty. And I just want you to remember things like that. You know, don't look back at yourself and see yourself as a victim. You can do what you like, really, but no one should ever see themselves as a victim. And sometimes when you actually go back and you really examine your life, instead of kind of, you know, oh, my life was this, and oh, I went from this to that, and oh, poor me, poor me. You know what? It's so unattractive, and it's so weak, and it's so blaming everybody else, and it's so abdicating responsibility. And in my eyes, it's not a good thing to do. When you look back on your life, look at yourself as that child and say, you know what? You were fucking marvellous. You did so well. In spite of everything, and because of everything, you have brought me to right here, right now. Anyway, I've rambled on. Don't know if I followed through on this or not. But what is interesting is that Ebby, I think it was more to do with the shooting of guns and rifles than it is of this place. And it's so good for me because these stones here, they are so old. So old. And of course, lots of people who worked for the reigning victims would not have had footwear. So I am walking barefoot on ground that many before me have also done. And that gives me such a wonderful feeling. Right. Hey ho. I love coming here and talking about Kenilworth Castle, but I haven't actually talked about it at all today. Never mind, guys. Right. So, from this absolutely beautifully historic place, yeah, remember, enjoy life, live it. Seriously, it's what it's all about, you know. It's not about living in the moment, the now, and going on about your history or your past or even your yesterday. Like, oh, you're a total victim of everything and everybody. No. It's about being strong And it's about learning from all the sacrifices that younger you made. All of the heartache, all of the pain and the bullying. It's about looking back and saying, oh, don't you ever call me a victim. You know, we stood there, yeah, we took slaps and that. But ultimately, we looked in that person's eye and they knew exactly what was going on. Right. Bye everyone. And have a lovely day. I don't know how I'm meant to look at the soles of my feet as I'm walking along. And I'd far rather look at flowers really, but hey ho. Right. Bye. Isn't it beautiful, honey? Hear all the birds? Can you hear the distant church bell? Bye.